I will answer the three arguments by the Alex O'Connor. First one is that the problem of the divine hiddenness. I mean, if there is a God, why is he hidden? And second one is the geographical religious statistics, like for example 95% of Muslims in Saudi Arabia, and similarly with the large community in different countries with respect to religion like Christianity and Buddhist. And third one is the why people are suffering, human and non-human are suffering, and there is unjustification. So talking about your first point, as you told in that video that you have already tried a list of experiments, like you have already discussions and arguments with the religious people, and you have attended the sessions of Bible, and you have been going to the churches and all these things. I would like to reply this argument in a way, uh, from divine hiddenness to divine authorship. If you are able to accept this challenge, you can convince more than 25% of the world population that are Muslims. You can say more than 2 billions, every fifth or fourth person is a Muslim. So what is the challenge? Actually, you know the book Quran. It have thousands of lines. If you can produce just 10 lines like this book, then the whole Muslim community will start following you, and including me. So this is the divine authorship test. So this is the point number one. Secondly, you're talking about the geographical religious statistics. Actually, I will elaborate this statistical not at religious, but I will divide the country's population with believers or non-believers. Why? Because the symmetry and the mathematical harmony throughout the cosmos, these all are defining and saying that there is one creator. These all leads to the oneness of design. And second point is, if there is one God, then why so many religions? Actually, the different religions have gave the different names to their gods, and I think there is no issue in this, to giving the different names. All good names that suits his perfection belongs to the God. There is no problem at all. So I will divide first as a believer and non-believer. And point number two in this argument, that look, there is no guarantee that if someone say I'm Christian, I will get the reward. I'm a Muslim and I will get the reward by God. These are thus just the words of mouth. I mean, if someone don't practice the actual things, don't obey the God, then it is he will not get the reward. Similarly, if a person is living in some country where the majority of Muslims, even make it remote worse situation, like if someone is living in a jungle, he don't even able to understand some written format, any written format. So there is a theory of moral law within. For example, you know that speaking truth is a good thing, and to kill someone is a bad thing. We know, the humans know such type of things, and moral values in a natural way. No one, he needs no one to teach him these things. Similarly, the humans have the answers of these questions, that the questions, like where it came from, where it have to go, who created all these things in my surroundings. And these questions get irritated to the human if you don't get the answers. So it doesn't mean that if you are in a religious society of a particular religion that you have guaranteed you will get the reward. This is just a distribution. And the next point, as I told you, if he is in a Christian majority location or in Muslim majority location, everything is interlinked. For example, as they have given different names, they are interlinked. For example, the Muslims, the Quran of the Muslims talking about the Jesus and talking about the books before Quran. Similarly, the Bible is talking about the Muhammad, peace be upon him. Similarly, the Hinduism, they have the books talking about the Muhammad, peace be upon him. So these are all interlinks. First, you will there is a question will be created in your mind, and then you will try to find the answers in whichever religions you belong to. For example, you have taken birth in Muslim community and other, and then you will try to connect the dots and will ultimately get the truthfulness. So talking about your third point, then if God is very loving and caring, then why suffering of human and non-human? So look, if you have a surgery, for example, you have to go through a procedure to give a birth to a baby. There is some reward, but before getting the reward there is some pain, there is some suffering. And similarly, if you have, for example, if you have to recover from some injury, you have to go through some procedures. And for cancer disease, you have to take some pain, you have to go through some procedures. And you cannot say that to the doctor, like, I'm not going through these suffering and these procedures and painful procedures, because you know that the doctor has more knowledge than you. So similarly, if you are not able to produce just 10 lines of code that I already mentioned in the answer of your first argument, then how can you claim that you have self and much intelligence as compared to God? So you have to believe that there is one supreme power. If you are not able to produce these 10 lines of code, then you have to follow and obey this. How helpless are you? First, you cannot produce even 10 lines of verses like Quran. Secondly, you cannot do whatever you want. For example, the biggest thing, they have to die. How helpless are you? So this is the point number 2. And then you was asking that why suffering, also talking about the animals. So in the same way, the reward will be given according to the capability or the level of thinking on intellectual level. So similarly, the justification will be done on the same level. So the same justification there is some justification criteria for animals also, but according to their level of thinking. So these are my